Welcome on in to our
What up,
When
what
Pigs
up?
Can Fly. Go. Fantasy football. Let's go.
How we
Wesley
doing?
Bryant.
What up?
We got Sal. We got Corey. Get the show on the road.
How you gentlemen doing tonight?
Oh. Feeling good.
I'm
Yeah,
doing
it's
great
good night.
now, man. Just had some breads and some suits. Feeling all
Some breads
fat
and
and
some
sassy.
Had some pizza a little while ago now. To the time was it? 9:30 at night. Energy drink.
Hey, somebody's got to do it. Somebody's
Oh,
got to
yeah.
do it. Well, tonight's show, picks and locks, yes.
Yes.
We're gonna be picking our winners in each game in real life, and our fantasy locks from each game. Each one of us is gonna have a pick and a lock. Yeah, we're excited to be here. Thanks for coming on in. You guys want to jump right into the injury report for the week?
Oh, you had that
Let's
up.
do it.
Go for it.
All right, I'll jump right on into it. So, pretty much what I did here, I'm not going to read you guys off a list of injuries for every injured player in the NFL. I'm just going to read off important fantasy players.
Fantasy relevant.
And yeah, fantasy relevant players. I'm not going to read you off that Laviska Shenault has an ankle injury.
Ooh.
I'm not
He's
gonna
on my bench.
not
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Yeah.
what could have
Not-
been?
yeah, not gonna affect you at the end of the day. So I will let you know. There's a couple places that there's some banged up defenses, so I'll make note of that. So just pay attention to that. So,
Oh, yeah.
anyways, running right into it for the Giants at the Browns. David Njoku has been listed out. Deshaun Watson's going to be missing his main tight end there. Moving right along, Packers and Titans. Jordan Love is listed as questionable still. I believe he's going to start. Everything is pointing to that so far, but that's not been confirmed yet. Tyjae Spears, backup running back for the Titans, is also listed as questionable with an ankle injury. It sounds like he's leaning towards playing. Bears at Colts, Keenan Allen is out again.
Yep.
He was listed for a heel injury and a personal thing, so maybe he doesn't like playing with Caleb Williams.
Personally, his heel
Can you
hurts.
blame him?
Yeah, personally, his heel hurts. I like that. Texans at Vikings. Damian Pierce, hamstring out. Joe Mixon, ankle injury, doubtful. I believe that was updated to out.
Yeah, he's
the,
out.
I think it
Yeah,
is.
in the
He's
past
out.
hour or two. Jordan Addison for the Vikings, he will be out.
That means
Chugging
Cam
right along.
Akers. Cam Akers is the
Cam
starting
Akers,
running
right.
back
for sure.
Cam Akers will be your starting running back for the Texans. So, there you go. There you have it.
Ouch.
Eagles at Saints. A.J. Brown with his hamstring injury out again. Taysom Hill for the Saints with a chest injury is questionable. A.T. Perry is sick. He's
Who?
questionable. A.T. Perry. Yeah, fantasy relevant. Sorry. Chargers at Steelers. Justin Herbert has got an ankle injury. He was questionable. It sounded to me. I just read not too long ago. We were chit-chatting about this. He
Not great.
It's not great, is what I read. So I don't exactly know what that means, but keep your eyes peeled on that, especially as we get closer to game time. Justin Herbert might not play. Josh Palmer with a calf and elbow, he's questionable, and Russell Wilson is also questionable. I believe they stated earlier on in the week that Justin Fields is going to get the start regardless.
Good.
Broncos at Bucks. Nothing really affected offensively, but I can tell you that the Bucks secondary is banged up. Their whole defense is banged up. I think they lost Vita Vea last week against the
Yep.
Lions.
Mhm.
There's some big question marks on their defense. So
Still couldn't take advantage of that.
yeah, if they weren't playing against the Broncos, I'd tell you to start whatever offense was playing them, but they're playing the Broncos, so sorry.
Yeah.
Panthers at the Raiders. Both defenses are banged up. Nothing offensively is really affected.
I would start all your Raiders. All of them.
I wouldn't start anybody that has a Carolina Panthers tag next to their name, but that's up to you. Dolphins at Seahawks. Tua is obviously out with his concussion. Raheem Mostert is doubtful with a chest injury, and Kenneth Walker is listed as doubtful still with an oblique injury. That might have changed to out more recently too. Corey, you might know. He's on your roster.
Which one, Kenneth Walker? Yeah, he's out.
Yeah. Ravens
he's
at
out.
Cowboys. No injury designations. That's important. That are important, anyways, on the offensive side. So that's
Mhm.
cool. 49ers at Rams. Lots
Oh,
of big
boy.
names.
Here we
Deebo
go.
Samuel with a calf injury. George Kittle with a hamstring injury. And Cooper Kupp with an ankle injury. All listed as out. 3 big name fantasy guys out.
I feel like you're missing
Yes, sir.
somebody there.
Puka.
Defense
Nakua.
wise. Well, yeah,
Puka,
but
yeah.
defense wise, 49ers wasn't Bosa
No.
out?
I think he was listed as questionable.
Okay. All right. I may be wrong.
He might be out. Lions at Cardinals. No big injuries to write home about that were on the docket. Greg Dortch, questionable. And then Chiefs at Falcons. They didn't have any that were brought up on the reports that I read. Jags at Bills. Evan Ingram is going to be out with a hamstring injury. And then Redskins at Bills. T.
Who?
Higgins comes back.
Who?
Bengals.
Who?
Yeah,
Commanders?
Bengals. Sorry.
Commanders?
Yeah, no, we're gonna go with the Redskins at Bengals.
Let's be politically correct here.
The Manders, whose ex mascot wants them to bring back that same mascot that they used to
Yeah.
be. Those guys. There's no big injury designations that I see there. Higgins is going to be coming back, so that could open up a lot of things for your Bengals.
Oh yeah.
That there, ladies and gentlemen, is your injury report for week 3. Crazy to believe that we're already 3 weeks into this NFL season, isn't it, boys?
Yeah.
It is nuts.
Yeah, there's a lot of injuries going on this year. It's wild. But with that being
Big ones
said,
too.
yeah, let's jump right into it. Let's jump right into our
Yeah.
picks.
Yeah, let's do it. The picks and locks.
I'll jump in week 1, followed by Sal.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then Corey can finish us up on the peak. Giants
Yeah.
at Browns. This was the first game to pick, and it was one of the most difficult to pick because you just really don't know with both teams. I leaned Browns way just because of really Myles Garrett and their defense. And I think Deshaun Watson has got to get the ball to Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is my lock for the week for the Browns and Giants game.
It's a good lock. He hasn't got fed a lot this year,
No,
but
he's due.
it's got to happen eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
somebody.
that he's not open. Good pick. I'll go right in. So I have the Browns winning this game. I just don't have a lot of trust in Daniel Jones. I don't love a lot that the Giants do at this point. My lock for this game, actually, surprisingly, is Deshaun Watson. If you
Cool.
look at the way that he's played so far this year, it's been interesting. But I just don't love the way that they've run the football so far. I think they're going to have to sling the rock a little bit. I think Deshaun Watson is the lock for this game, your fantasy lock. But I want to mention that you need to be watching Mr. Malik Neighbors, who I called out last week to be a lock. He has had 7 and 18 targets in the previous 2 games that we've played this year. It's 25 on the season, 12.5 per game.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
I'm
going to
definitely. No, it won't. They don't have anybody else to throw to. But that makes it easy for the Browns to fade all their coverage over to Neighbors, and Daniel Jones still won't get anybody else the ball. So
is your lock
I'm-
going to be Wan'Dale Robinson there, Corey?
no, my
Wan'Dale?
lock is going to be a Brown, just like your guys were. And Browns are going to win this game. And I'm actually going to go not Amari Cooper, not Deshaun Watson, Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy. Okay, I thought you were about to go
Jerry
Jerome
Jeudy's
Ford for
gonna-
a second.
No, I thought about it, but no.
That's a good pick.
I don't think they're. Yeah, I think Jerry Judy's going to.
I went the Jerry Jeudy-esque route in one of these games later, and I'll bring it up when we get to it.
Yeah. Yeah, for a second I was thinking about doing their third slot guy, Elijah Moore, but I don't know that they'll be on the field that often.
Might have been a
So.
little bit of a reach, but yeah, I like your pick. All right,
Can I go first on this
yeah,
next one?
absolutely.
I'm excited about this game. I don't know why. I don't love either one of these teams. I'm just excited about it.
You love love, and you love that he's
Yeah,
ring.
I love, man. I do. Packers at the Titans. I'm gonna go with my guy to watch. Tony Pollard is my lock for this week. He is one of 3 running backs to average 15 carries and 5 targets through the first 2 weeks of the season. Tony Pollard is my lock for this week. I will say that if Jordan Love plays, we all need to watch this Green Bay wide receiver room very closely. I would expect to see an uptick for Jaden Reed if
Yeah.
Jordan Love plays. If he does not, it's probably going to be the Romeo Dobbs show again. My pick to win this game is the Packers. The Titans blew
I
the
see what you
first
got.
half lead against the Bears earlier this season. They have not looked great
Embarrassing.
offensively. Their defense has been decent, but it's
Embarrassing.
just not enough. So, Packers.
Corey, you want me to go? Or you want to go with this one?
You can. That's fine.
All right. I'm going to jump right out there and say I have the Packers as well. I have zero trust in Will Levis while he's eating all that mayonnaise. But
Good read.
my,
Good
my,
reason.
And it's coffee.
my lock is Josh Jacobs. I think this is going to be a big running back game, regardless of who's starting
I
at
agree.
quarterback. But I'm hoping because I have him on a couple leagues that Josh Jacobs gets the rock a lot and totes it.
Yeah, I
Packers.
hope that he's in my main dynasty league. He's one of my running backs. So
Yep. I go on the Packers as well, even though my son's sitting about 20 feet in front of me on the opposite side of this laptop is a
big
Titans
Titans
fan.
guy. Huh?
Um,
Yeah, old dirt.
And I'm my lock is Josh Jacobs, same as Wesley, but
Perfect.
I would argue that the Packers defense, if you play in a league that has that plays defense, Packers defense.
That's funny. I also
like it.
I also got that mentioned somewhere else. Okay.
No.
Get out of here.
All right.
We
I
should
don't
make
think.
Corey go first now.
Yeah, go ahead, Corey.
What do you guys
We
have
got
next?
Bears
I got
and
Bears
Colts.
Colts.
got
on mine.
Bears-
Bears
Bears
Colts.
at Colts,
Oh
yes,
God. Anthony Richardson.
Mm.
That's it. Colts are going to finally get a win here. Caleb Williams is going to throw like 4 picks, get sacked like 9 times. I'm going to go Anthony. Actually, you know what? Michael Pittman, redemption game here. So it kind of couples with Anthony Richardson, but I'm going to go Michael Pittman gets out of Shannon's poop pile
Okay.
and climbs
Climbs
back
his
out
way out
into
of the
the
bench.
climbs it out way out of the, back to the surface level of the earth
Yeah.
and gets a redemption game here. Bears aren't going to do anything offensively for a while, I think.
Mm.
So, yeah,
Go
Pittman
ahead.
for sure.
Go ahead, Sal.
Hopefully.
Bears defense has been great through weeks 1 and 2. If you've watched the games, which they've been aired in our area, their defense has looked really good. The Colts defense is just averaging 5 tackles for loss through the first 2 games. Only 2 pass deflections on the season yet, 0 interceptions, and 1 fumble recovery. Caleb Williams is going to put up your first rookie passing touchdown on the season this week. I think the team that wins the turnover battle is going to win this game. My lock for this game is Caleb Williams to have his first
Alright.
big game because the Colts defense has been poor, to say the least. And I have the Bears winning the turnover battle in this game. Their defense is so much better than the Colts. The Colts defense has not been good at all, like I just said. They have 1 forced turnover on the season. I got the Bears. I got the Bears winning. 10 points, probably.
Bears.
Well,
Well,
Bears.
I
To be
also
fair, the Colts played the Texans and the Packers, teams that don't turn the ball over hardly ever. But
You're not wrong.
factually, you are correct.
Okay, calm down, Corey. But
Hey,
I'm
man,
also
just saying.
picking the Bears. And my lock is none other than DeAndre Swift.
Yes!
I hope so. 14 carries for 18 yards.
The
baby.
Indianapolis
No balls if you don't
Colts-
start 'em now.
The Indianapolis Colts have gave up some of the highest rushing yards so far through the first 2 games. I think that's going to be exploited for the same reason why you think Caleb Williams is going to get his first rookie passing touchdown. I think they're going to work off each other, passing game and rushing game. Hey, his first passing touchdown might be to DeAndre Swift. Who knows?
Dude, I would love it.
All right.
68
Like
yards.
McDonald's, I'm loving it if it happens.
Let's go. If
Dude,
he can learn, if
this
he can
next
learn
game,
to run upfield and not side to side.
this next game,
backwards.
I really don't want to go first. This is one of the toughest ones for me.
Okay, well,
I think it's your turn, Wesley. Yeah, let's hear what you got to say.
Nico Collins is the lock for this game.
Okay.
Always.
Texans at Vikings.
Nico Collins, Michigan man, go blue.
Good
Vikings are gonna win though. Sam Darnold is gonna play stellar as well. He's gonna hit whatever healthy receivers he's got, and I'm also thinking Aaron Jones is gonna have a big game. And
Okay.
I'm coupling that with no Joe Mixon and Cam Akers is their starting running back. So they're going to put in the air a
Yeah.
lot, and the Vikings know that.
Yeah, he's went a similar route as far as that goes. Someone's got to get their first loss this week. I mean, unless they tie, maybe I'm a prophet and I don't know it, but I don't think that's going to happen. Both of these defense have 3 interceptions through weeks 1 and 2. Both have exactly 14 tackles for loss through weeks 1 and 2. It's going to be really tough for both these teams to move the ball, especially with Cam Akers getting the start at running back. I see a healthy dose of wide receivers for Houston. With that being said, I'm taking the Texans to win this game, and Stephon Diggs is going to finally have a big game. That is my lock. He's playing in Minnesota. You know
Yep.
that's gonna bring some of the
Yeah.
juices out of him.
First time since
Stephon
the
Diggs is gonna
Minneapolis
have
Miracle.
He's gonna have a big game. He's gonna have a big game. There's no way that doesn't happen. So that's my lock.
For that exact reason is
I'll take
why
the
he's not going to have a good game.
I'm going the opposite route for both of you because you both picked Vikings. Well,
No.
Wes, you picked Nico, but I'm going Stroud on this one. I think he's going to shred apart the Vikings defense. At some point, the Vikings defense usually shows out a really, really terrible defensive showing. I think this is going to be the first time they do it.
Okay.
Sam Darnold is going to have a good game, but I think Stroud leads the Texans to victory. I don't know, 35-21.
Ooh.
There's going to be a lot more
Okay.
scoring than you think.
Okay.
All right.
But CJ Stroud for sure.
Yeah, I like it. I'll jump in on the next one. We got the Eagles at the Saints. Not a whole lot to write home about for this one. On this one for me, I got the Eagles winning on the road in New Orleans. I told you guys earlier this week in our show that I think the Saints are pretenders. I don't think they're the real deal. I do think that Chris Olave is going to have a heck of a game this weekend. I have him as my lock. I think that it's bound to happen. I think he's a stud. I think he hasn't got the ball enough. It's going to happen. But I got the Eagles on the road.
I got the Saints. And I got Kamara again as the lock.
Of course you do. Of
Kamara.
course you
That's
do.
too easy,
It's
man.
so
Come
easy,
on.
but hey, if you got him, you better start him.
It's fair. Well, of
I'm
course.
not going anywhere. And I picked the Saints over the Eagles because if the Saints can tear apart the Cowboys like that, I don't see the Eagles having a better defense right now. No,
Fair.
I mean this one was too easy
And-
for me. I mean it wasn't
Yeah.
okay. I did weigh it a little bit, but then I was like, until the Saints get slowed down by somebody, I'm rolling with the Saints.
Yeah. Who knew? Everybody predicted the Saints to be third in the NFC South, right in front of the Panthers, and now they're
They will be.
leading the league. Was it leading the league in scoring
Oh yeah,
and passing
91
yeah.
and like
points,
everything?
something like that.
Saints are going to win this
Pretenders.
one, especially at home. They can pretend all their way to the week 8, man. I don't care. Eagles are down AJ Brown. Without AJ Brown, they're not going anywhere.
Don't forget who else they got though.
No
They got
Devonta Smith
Saquon,
pick.
got Devonta Smith.
Who's your lock?
They got
And
Dallas Goddard. Yeah, who's
my
your-
lock's going to be Olave.
Oh, two
Olave for
Olaves.
sure.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a really good lock, man. Really good.
It's a good lock this week.
Yeah, Corey, you're up first on the Chargers at Steelers.
Big play Slay's getting old, man. He can't keep up with Olave. Oh, you give me the hardest one. All right, that's fair.
Yeah, I
This
wasn't
one was
Chargers,
tough.
Steelers.
This one was tough.
we talked about this on the phone earlier. Steelers at home historically been very, very difficult to beat at home. A lot of teams will split 3/4, 50%. Steelers are like a 90, high 80s, I think, percent historically at home. It's ridiculous. Don't quote me on that though. I very rarely ever see them play at home and lose. God, Dobbins will finally get slowed down this week, but he'll still be in a top 5 running back after the fantasy week is over.
Is that your
He's
lock?
number 3, I think, right now. But no, my lock's gonna be Pickens.
Okay,
Fields is gonna hit Pickens all day.
that's an interesting pick. I like it though. I'll jump right in. I got the Steelers winning this game. Najee Harris is going to have a big game finally. The touches have been there, boys. 17 carries and 20 carries in the 2 games that he's played in this year. The targets haven't been there. Those go to Jaylen Warren. Najee Harris is getting the touches, though. If you're averaging, I don't know what, 18 and a half carries a game, it's going to happen. He's going to have a big game. We're not going to at least have a touchdown. I think he's going to. When I say he's my lock, I just want to be clear. He's going to at least match what they're predicting, and I think he's going to he's probably going to score 16 fantasy points in your PPR leagues, in my opinion. Like I say, the touches have been there. This game could get ugly if Justin Herbert doesn't play.
Right.
We know that they like to run the football anyways. If Justin Herbert doesn't play, they're running it 50 times. Steelers, I think, have a good run defense. I don't see the Chargers winning this game.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. I was on the fence waffling about this. I said if I knew for sure that Justin Herbert was 100% healthy, I'd want to give the nod to the Chargers. I'm a Harbaugh guy. I like Jim Harbaugh, obviously. He brought us
Of course,
Natty.
yeah.
But I got Steelers too, and my lock is also Pickens. I'm not going to switch it up now, but that's a double lock on Pickens this week. So Steelers at home. Hard to beat them there.
Watch, it's gonna be like Fryermuth for like 40 or some bull crap like that.
Hey, this is our picks. You don't have to take them.
I know.
You up? You up, Wesley?
Yeah, I'll go. Broncos at Bucks.
There's one choice here, man.
I know.
It's
This,
not
this
hard.
was not hard. This was Bucks. I mean, I wanted to go try to take a reach pick too, but you know Baker's favorite target right now is Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin's the lock. Bucks are gonna. I think. What's his name? Is it Surtain? Is it Sur? No.
Surtain.
Is
Yeah,
it
Pat
Surtain?
Surtain.
Surtain, yeah.
He's gonna shut down Evans mostly.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of Chris Godwin again, but Evans will get his. He had a rare drop against the Lions. It was a pretty bad drop. He's gonna get some. I don't see him. If he goes over 50 yards, if Evans goes over 50 yards, he's gonna have a long bomb catch. But I see Chris Godwin being the main guy you want to start this week. Bucks over
Okay.
Broncos.
I mean, I think we're all in unison basically on this one. Buccaneers are going to win this game. The Broncos just can't run the football. I don't know if you've seen the stats on the Broncos running the football this year, but it's bad. It's real bad.
You can almost say it's
Nick
McLaughlin.
McLaughlin. Yeah, you could say it's McLaughable. That's so corny. It's funny. Bo Nix is actually completing a high percentage of his passes. I think it was in the high 70%, but it's not very many passes. You're looking at their big weapons. Cortland Sutton. Josh Reynolds has been their leader in targets this year. I believe it's in the 13 to 15 range. It's not exactly a good thing.
Sutton has not been startable this year. I got him a couple of
He's
years.
not.
It's not even worth taking off the bench yet.
Incredibly unreliable. I almost dropped him in a redraft league, actually. Bucks are going to run away with this. With that being said, I strongly believe Rachaad White's going to make his comeback this week against this weak Broncos team. Keep your eyes peeled on Bucky Irving. I think this team is starting to maneuver over towards a split. A 1-2, 1A, 1B. I think that Bucky Irving could eat as well, but Rachaad is my lock to play him. Play him this week for sure. If you got him, play him.
For Rachaad White.
Yes, sir.
Bold strategy, Cotton. I hope it works out for anybody who does that.
It will.
But if he's your only option, I mean, I guess you don't really have a choice. But yeah, that's number 3 here for the Bucks. Mayfield's going to shred the Broncos. They can't do anything offensively. I feel bad a little bit for Bo Nix because I really am rooting for the kid, especially since he started kind of down here in the SEC country. But then when he went up to Oregon and then got drafted by Sean Payton, he has a plan. It just hasn't quite made it reared its head quite yet. So I think Mayfield's my lock.
Nice. Yep.
At least 3 TD passes.
Okay.
And
I
don't
like-
forget that boy can move too. Rodrigo's still icing his knees.
Yeah, you
So
had
bad.
to.
Or his
All right.
ankles.
All right. Too
Sorry.
soon. Get out of here.
Sorry.
You
You know what? Just for that, you can
Um,
start the Panthers Raiders because it's easy.
Yeah,
Just Raiders
nobody
all day.
wants that.
It's like 100 points.
Duh.
Andy Dalton's going to get picked like 9 times. I don't know. Obviously that's not
I'm gonna laugh
that's
when
not really
Dalton
going to happen.
carves up the Raiders.
Raiders are going to win this game. Panthers defense is terrible. So if you have Devontae Adams, obviously he's a must start anyway. Brock Bowers is a must start every week. I mean, if you look back the last 2 weeks, anybody who's played the Panthers has had a hell of a game fantasy wise. So Minshew,
So what's your lock?
Minshew.
Okay.
Okay.
Minshew's going to be my lock. So
Go ahead, Sal. What you got?
I got the Raiders winning this game. Devontae Adams is going to tear up the Carolina defense. He's the lock here. I do think it's worth paying attention to Alexander Madison and Zamir White. Both are going to get a lot of opportunities because they're going to smoke them. I want to see who the top dog is in that backfield because they haven't really established that yet. We thought it was going to be Zamir White. That hasn't reared its head yet.
Well, neither one of you mentioned him. Raiders are winning this game. See Jacoby Myers. He's the Jerry Jeudy
I
this
wanna
week.
see it.
Jacoby Myers is going to get some fantasy points. This is the one I was talking about. When you said Jerry Jeudy, I was thinking Jacoby Myers for
I
the
gotcha.
Raiders. So, yeah, Raiders, Jacoby
Actually,
Myers.
while
lock.
we're on this game, if you guys have a second, I just came across there have been several teams that have contacted the Panthers inquiring for Bryce Young
Oh, yeah.
in a trade.
Yep.
20 minutes ago, I think it came across. I was waiting to say it until this game came across. So
It's not going to happen. They're not trading him. They just know that they suck and they want to give the kid,
yeah,
I don't think it was the correct move.
no,
But it's what they're doing. I don't
Yeah.
think he's going anywhere.
it
Um,
has more to do with David Tepper than the coach. But anyway,
I was going to
continue.
say, yeah, let's not get off on a
I'll-
tangent
I'll-
with the ownership.
No, you're good. That's
I'll-
just bringing that up real quick, and we can
Oh,
move on.
yeah.
I'll go first on the Dolphins at the Seahawks. I think I might. It doesn't really come as a surprise to you guys who I'm picking here or my lock. Seahawks are going to win this one. My lock for the game is actually DK Metcalf. Through weeks 1 and 2, 18 targets on the season. 9 targets per game right now. It's only been 2 games, but I like his chances to get 9, 10 targets again. I don't see why he wouldn't.
I
I think that the Dolphins are going to give the Seahawks plenty of opportunities to have the football. And so with Kenneth Walker being hurt, I wanted to go Charbonnet again, but I've done that once this year. I wanted to switch it up a little bit. I'm leaning DK.
I went Charbonnet. Seahawks.
Okay.
Quick,
Great pick.
simple. You don't need any explanation there. I don't see their quarterback because they didn't sign Tannehill, so Seahawks.
Unfortunately.
Seahawks, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Okay.
I
give
was
the
actually
people
looking.
something
He's
different.
averaging like 7 or 8 targets per game this
Mhm.
year. He's very, very close to DK Metcalf in every category, so that's not a bad
I
pick.
just pulled it, and it shows on their ESPN stat sheet that Njigba actually has the same amount of targets.
Is it the same?
18
Okay, there you
apiece.
go. There you go.
And
That's 9 per game.
yeah,
Wesley, you're up, man.
Ravens
Have
at
fun.
Cowboys.
Have fun.
Oh,
Have fun.
this is where I said what game did you say it was going to be a defense? If you had the defense starting. Ravens. I got Ravens. Cowboys aren't going to
Okay.
bounce back as quick as you think, and I think the Ravens can't start the season 0-3. This is the one that might be different from other people, but I see I don't see Dak having too much fun this week. So I got Ravens, and if you like I said, if you got defense, you might not want to, but I would. I think this could be a reach as well, but that's just a gut. That's why I picked my gut, and that's why I didn't do so good last week. But Ravens winning at Cowboys, and my lock is going to be Derrick Henry.
Corey, what you got?
I got Ravens.
Wow.
That was gonna be the only
Ravens are going to win at Cowboys. This is going to be what's his name? McCarthy's last year as a Cowboys head coach. Ravens are
Wow.
going to. I've been saying that every year, and I'll keep saying it until he gets fired.
He might not make it through this season.
Ravens are going to win
Guys,
here, and my lock
crazy.
is my lock's Lamar.
Okay.
So
Okay. I guess I'm up next. Ravens at the Cowboys. My uncle Brad is probably watching this video right now, pissed at us, but I'm taking the Ravens. All three of us are taking the Ravens in Dallas.
I thought for
My
sure I was
uncle
gonna be the
Brad is
only
a
one.
massive. He's a massive Cowboys fan. Listen, here's the deal. I don't love the Cowboys running game this year. They're relying on a 100-year-old Ezekiel Elliott, Rico Dowdle. I just don't love their running game, which leads, I mean, both defenses are good, which tells me they're going to be leaning on quarterback play. Dak Prescott is always good. I know a lot of people really, really hate on Dak Prescott. I think he's a great quarterback. I just don't think if it's a quarterback battle, he's going to win the quarterback battle against Lamar Jackson. I don't see that. My lock here also was Lamar Jackson. I got him scoring 20 plus, even in 4-point passing touchdown leagues, and getting the win in Dallas. Lamar Jackson is your lock this week.
Nice.
I'll go ahead and keep the train rolling and go right on to 49ers at Rams. 49ers, they're going to win this game. Both these teams are pretty banged up. I like the second stringers in San Francisco better than I like the second stringers in LA, truly. There's Puka's out, Cooper's Cup is out. I mean, Kyron
Tyler
Williams, I don't think has been.
Johnson.
Yeah,
Tyler Johnson.
Demarcus Robinson might be the guy, honestly.
Yeah.
I got the Rams winning. My lock in this game to perform at a high level is Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason's performed every week this year. As long as Christian McCaffrey's out, Jordan Mason's your lock.
Okay.
He might get 20.
wait, just to
fantasy
be
points.
clear, you said 49ers, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That's
It sounded like you said Rams right there at the last second before you said Jordan
No.
Mason. Okay.
No.
I'm just all right. I just want to make sure I wouldn't hear anything. Okay.
No, you're not.
Okay. So I originally had 49ers circled. I went Rams.
Yeah, you want to go with your boy, don't you?
I went
Old
Rams.
Staffy.
And my lock is Tyler Johnson. This may be another reach week for me. They gotta throw it to somebody. Stafford gets that ball out quick. Tyler Johnson gets himself available. If you have him and you're hurt, if your team is hurting and you picked him up off waivers, I feel like this might be a time. Stafford gets that ball out quick, and I don't know. 49ers look a little hurt to me, so this is probably why I have the worst pick record right now. So you might want to listen to these guys for this game.
I'm not disrespecting the pick. I'm just saying I would have respected it a lot more if you would have said insert Rams tight end here, whoever starts. Just saying. Go ahead, Corey. Who you got?
I'm actually picking. I'm gonna pick the. God, man.
I'm here for comedic relief, all right?
Tyler Johnson, 150.
A tie, but Stafford's your lock.
Stafford's the lock. You're not
Stafford's
really
the lock.
You're taking the 49ers.
No, I'm not. It's 49ers. 49ers by like 30. Even though Brock Purdy can't hit, Ayuk can't catch a ball to save his life.
Unless it bounces off a Lions
49ers.
helmet. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
That is interesting. That is interesting to think about. But, Wesley, you itching to go first on this next one?
No.
It's our boys. I'll go first.
Go ahead.
Corey, why don't you go first? It's
Corey,
been a
go
minute.
first.
I'll go
Lions
first.
at Cardinals.
Lions at Cardinals. Man. Boy, oh boy. I'm going the Lions on this one. It's going to be close, all because of our highly, highly overpaid quarterback. But my lock's going to be Marvin Harrison Jr.
Ooh.
It's a good lock. Good luck.
Yep.
Wesley,
Lions are going to win probably by 3 or less.
Oh. I hope not.
I got the Lions.
Can't handle another close game.
I got the Lions. Cardinals. I don't know if I remember this correctly, but I believe the Cardinals have been allowing a lot of yards to the slot guy, and I feel like St. Brown's gonna be locked this week against the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I think Hutch is gonna eat again. I know Kyler Murray is very shifty, but I'm starting to like this Lions defensive line, getting some push, trying to get some contain. Baker did slip out, but I think the Lions are gonna win this one.
It is the highest projected point total, it looks like, on the week.
Yeah.
Yep.
I disagree with it, though. I think the Lions defense is going to play really good. I think the Cardinals are going to come out swinging. This is a tough game to pick, So as a Lions fan, I obviously want my boys in blue to win. We had a hard time with the Rams. Granted, they had Cooper Kupp. The Cardinals smoked. I mean, I wrote down they walloped the Rams last week. I mean, they beat them up bad, and we struggled against the Rams. So I'm a little bit nervous. I don't think that it's going to go the way that you guys are thinking with it being close. I think the Lions win this game. I think they're going to hand them the cheeks. Truthfully, Laporta is going to show up this week. Laporta hasn't showed up yet. The rumblings have been there for Laporta to get the football. He's going to get the football this week. I have got the Lions winning by at least 2 touchdowns
Wow.
in Arizona.
After all
Yep.
that talk, and then you're gonna say Lions win big. Okay.
Yeah,
I
you
sure
know
hope
me.
so.
I really want to drop a bomb, so I'm gonna go up on this next one. Chiefs at Falcons.
Dude, don't tell me.
I'm taking the Falcons.
So am
I'm
I.
taking the Falcons. I
Oh,
took the Falcons
Kirko!
last week. I took the Falcons last week. Kirko Chains showed up. My boys down there in Atlanta, Corey's boys down there in Atlanta, actually, they showed up. They played well. I got Kyle Pitts as my lock on this one. He has not performed to where I want him to yet this year. He's been consistently decent, though.
Mhm.
But listen to these stats. Kansas City gave up over 100 yards to Isaiah Likely in week 1, just to last week cough up 91 yards on 7 receptions to Mike Gesicki in Cincinnati. This is one of my sneakier locks this week with Kyle Pitts because he's been really inconsistent throughout his career, but I think it is a lock. He's going to get 80 plus, probably a touchdown in Kansas City or against Kansas City in Atlanta, and Atlanta's going to win this game.
Throw
That's
that in your
what my
parlay.
upset for the week. It's my upset for the week.
Yeah, I got Falcons too. I got Bijan Robinson having a big game. I feel like he's gonna get a lot of oh crap, I'm about to get sacked. Here, Bijan, carry the ball, go. Like, I think he's gonna get a couple targets, and he's gonna take a lot of screen passes and whatnot. He's gonna get a lot of yards that way.
Corey,
I don't want to pick. I've lived down here long enough to know that anytime the Falcons have an opportunity to show up in a game like this, they always blow it.
except for last week.
Even as far as to the draft and everything else. But I think now that they actually have a worthwhile quarterback who I've enjoyed watching throughout his whole career, Kirko Chains, even though he's a state boy, Falcons are going to win this one. And my lock was also Kyle Pitts.
You like that?
For the exact same reason that the Chiefs haven't figured out how to stop tight ends.
Okay.
Period.
Yeah, they haven't.
All right. Monday night.
That's it for Sunday. We're going to the Monday night games. Yeah.
Let's knock this out.
Wesley, let's hear what you got.
I got Bills. I got my boy Josh Allen. He did not do that great last week at all. Luckily, I had somebody else step up and Kamara. But Josh Allen's gonna have a big game this week. He's gonna carve up the Jags. I think Keon Coleman gets his first touchdown. Yeah,
He should be. I don't think he's got one yet.
Keon Coleman's gonna get catch a bomb. He's gonna catch an old Stephon Diggs route or a Gabe Davis route.
Ooh. Okay.
Yep. All right, Josh Allen, Bills.
Corey, go ahead.
I got the Bills as well. Same kind of situation. Jaguars always blow it in big games like this. But I'm gonna go a rookie here. Brian Thomas Jr. is gonna catch another. He's gonna have a saving grace and have the most fantasy points as on the Jags this week.
Okay.
It may only be 11, but it's going to be the most.
Okay.
I suppose I'll go up next since I'm the only one left. Buffalo Bills are going to destroy these guys. Josh Allen is your lock. I know that Corey picked him as a lock, but he
Nope,
was
I
flat
didn't.
last week. Oh, sorry, yeah, Wesley did. He was flat last week. Just from a fantasy perspective, I don't think he played a bad game himself. Fantasy-wise, he was not great. I expect him to fully dominate this Jaguars team. Bills are going to win.
All right. Commanders at Bengals. This was actually tough, but I went Bengals. And my lock is Mr. Healthy this week, T. Higgins. He's going to be a difference maker. He's going to open up the field for Jamar Chase, and it might be Jamar Chase, but T. Higgins is one of Joey's favorite targets. So, quick, simple,
Go ahead.
easy.
Go ahead, Corey.
I'm picking the Commanders. Bengals historically in the last few years have started off real slow. I don't know if they've gone 0-3 since Burrow's been there to start. But I think I agree with you, Wes, that T. Higgins is going to open it up for Chase.
Mhm.
But there's not going to be any. He's been injured. Right now. There's no chemistry with T. But that's what I feel. I think Jaden Daniels is going to be running for his life and get another huge game like Game 1, and be my lock.
At Cincy, huh? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So Joe Burrow has started 0-2 4 times in the last 5 years. He is 1-9 in the last 5 years in games 1 and 2. Doesn't start 0-3 very often. Joe Shiesty does much better, in fact, over his career in week 3 than he does in weeks 1 and 2. He's getting T. Higgins back this week. I think this is going to help their offense as a whole. Jamar Chase is going to finally come alive this week with Higgins being back. This Commanders secondary is bad. I expect Joe Shiesty to ball out. Your lock is Jamar Chase.
Okay.
And I have the Bengals winning if I didn't make that clear enough. So
Sounds
those
good.
are our picks. Those are our locks. You can book it. Run to the bank and cash it if Declan ever comes on the show and picks again. He was 3-0 last week. His picks were the Browns,
Mm-hmm.
the Lions, and the Saints, I thought.
Raiders, wasn't it?
I'm drawing a blank. Oh, no. Bengals. No. Wait, no.
It was Raiders.
He took the It was the Raiders. You're
It was
right.
Raiders. It was Raiders. Because that's when it came up, I was like, "Holy crap!" He called it.
Yeah.
Bucks, Browns, and Raiders. Yeah. So, he was 3-0 last week in his picks. I was 8-7. Wesley was 6-9. I've got the stats compiled for how we did on our picks. I think I'm gonna maybe week by week we'll update on our percentages of locks and whether or not they hit. Combined, we were over around 70% last week. We made some daring locks, if you will. So going forward, Corey's going to have a record with us, and anybody that jumps on the show or wants to, you're welcome to. We'll let you make some picks. So that's all I've got. I appreciate everybody stopping in, checking it out. Hopefully you loved what you saw. Gentlemen,
All right, fellas. Good luck.
All right.
hey, it was
You
good to see
too.
you. Go
Yes,
Lions
sir.
tomorrow.
Go
I hope
Lions.
all your fantasy hopes and dreams come true. And yeah, man, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Thanks for stopping in.
All right.
We'll see you next time pigs fly.
Peace.
That's right. When pigs can fly, baby.
All right, fellas. Out.